Okay. You can't see our feet, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's good tonight. They don't have to see them things right there. Welcome, guys, to Jtwes Monday Night Live. Where for once Monday and like forever, I didn't do nothing after I got home from work
Right.
today.
I know, it was weird.
Well, I said I didn't do nothing. I bush hauled one roll of corn, and y'all know what that is. That roll of Jimmy Red out there, and we're hoping we don't have interruptions from the cats and all of that good stuff. You may want to text Sammy and tell him to be on cat guard.
I might, yeah. Because
Cause,
I don't know who's, well, it's your cat who has the problem.
well, they're all just kind of going crazy and everything. How's everybody tonight? Good to be here. Glad to see you. Who we got, Leno?
We have Mark
Did the
Young.
commercials over with?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Mark Young
Hey, Mark Young.
and Jason McDonald's is on.
Jason McDonald's. That sounds like a new name. Welcome, Jason.
William May.
William May.
Allison is on.
Hey, Allison.
Says hello, JTS family. John Briggs.
Hey, John Briggs.
And
Long time no see.
yeah, Janice is on.
Hey, Janice. Roger still ain't come see my tractor, Janice.
Let's see, Elliot Lindsay.
Hey, Elliot.
Paul Ford is on.
Paul
Says
Ford.
good evening, enjoying cooler weather, but we have a hurricane on the way.
Oh, man. Where's that at? In the Gulf?
I don't know where.
I think he's down in Louisiana
Yeah,
somewhere.
down there, or Florida, maybe Alabama. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we got a hurricane coming November the 3rd if we don't watch it.
Don't
Or
say
was
that.
it 4th or 5th?
Yeah, no.
Whatever day
I don't
it is.
know.
Y'all know what day I'm talking about.
Nikki's on Bowers Brothers Farm.
Hey, Nikki.
Hello, Jones family. T minus 25 days till plow day.
Yes, that sounds about right. We had a hurricane last year come up somewhere and give us some rain about, I don't know, Punky, it was about 2 weeks before plow day, I think it was.
Yeah.
And, so hopefully
We'll just have to see.
Yeah, it always scares me, guys, that getting rained out. We make all these good, fine plans and get rained out. It always worries me a little bit. We'll be eating hot dogs for the next 10 Saturdays.
I know, I'll have to freeze some. Greg Mosier's on.
Hey, Greg.
Well, the day after plow day is old-fashioned day at church, where we're going to have beef, Brunswick stew, chili.
And we'll be cooking hot dogs.
We'll add a bunch of hot dogs to that menu. And I said Greg Mosier already, right?
Yeah, you did.
Timbo is on.
Hey, Timbo.
IP Farms.
IP Farms, that's Nelson.
And the Cajun Homestead is on. It says waiting on the hurricane, can't stay long.
Can't stay long.
Got stuff to tie
I need
down.
to look at the weather. I didn't even know we had one. Did you?
I had seen it when it was still like a depression.
Is it in the Gulf?
Yeah,
something?
it's in Louisiana, southwest Louisiana.
Okay.
And that is where Paul's from, Louisiana. Yeah. And, of course, Cajun Homestead's there, too.
Yeah, I thought Paul was.
Laura's on.
Hey, Laura.
She says, hey, y'all, Dad and I here. Bart Sexton.
Hey, Bart. Hey, Daddy.
From Goldsboro, painting in my outdoor canning kitchen.
Uh-oh, that sounds nice.
And it's good weather for that right now.
Yeah, it
you know,
is.
you can have the windows, doors open, and
Outdoor canning kitchen. He could be putting up some Bartlett pears right now. If you was around me, you could get you half a truckload full of them.
Jay Peel says, good evening, windy and colder here.
And I bet it's cloudy, J. Peel.
Yeah, and we're about to get colder too, which we were pretty cold this morning.
Yeah, well, I've been running my heat for the last 2 weeks a little bit in the morning.
Knock the chill off.
Yeah, me and Lena woke up this morning. We were froze to death. We both had to get a blanket to sit on the couch a little bit before we got ready for work, and it was a balmy
72.
72 degrees.
And I was like, I am freezing. I was so cold.
I was cold too.
My feet were cold. My hands were cold. Brad Hagan is on.
Hey, Brad.
Brad says it was 38 degrees this morning in Illinois.
Ooh, golly, they almost, I guess that is frost weather.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I'm sure Stan is going to be itching to go to Florida soon, because he'll probably be getting some.
Somewhere about October.
he'll be getting some of these 30-degree mornings too. Okay, Timbo says it's Tropical Storm Fran.
Fran.
Yeah.
Well, we've had a Fran already.
And
That ain't been that long ago. 10 years, maybe 5 years. There was a Fran not too long ago.
I know they reused the names.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying
Okay.
there was a Fran.
Kurt T is on.
Hey, Kurt T.
Good evening from Southeast Louisiana, waiting on the hurricane too.
All of them. I hope and pray y'all come out all right on that deal. Maybe just get some water, and that's about it.
Yeah, maybe it'll be less than they expect, and they'll just
Yeah.
get some rain. I know when
I've been watching Danny some, and I thought Danny said it'd been a little dry down there, so maybe, of course, he's in Mississippi.
5 years ago, we were waiting on, there was Hurricane Florence, I think.
Yeah.
And it was forecasted to be pretty bad and like even up into here, you know. And so my work was, you know, talking about it, about, you know, if we have power outages. And I remember I got the goats, I put them in the barn,
Yeah.
you know, because it was going to be really bad. And it was like a thunderstorm.
Yeah.
I mean, when it finally got here, it was
Yeah.
no worse than a thunderstorm. So we dodged that storm. So hopefully you guys can have that same thing happen to you. The W is on.
Hey, W.
Terry Hayes says, finally getting to watch you guys live again.
That's right, Terry. Back out in the shed, too.
Terry's been too busy. Hope all is well.
It'd been real humid at night and stuff, and we kind of got, you know, on that air conditioning. But I told Lena, I said, well, I think we can have it out in the shed now for a few weeks or months until it gets super cold.
Janice says he's got so much that he's working on. I'm back to help him.
Oh, she's back to helping him?
Because, you know, the dove hunt was all weekend.
Oh, don't worry, Janice. I'll drive it up there. I got something I need to weld anyway.
Cajun Homestead says, Kurt T, it's supposedly headed more your way. My daughter's in Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge.
And Nick Bland says, evening, y'all. Just left tractor meeting, getting our next show plans together.
Tractor meeting. Nick had some videos, some pretty nice fast hitch equipment.
Bart says, you can sure bring me some pears. Would love to have some. The tree I got last year, and he got some last year, and it's empty this year.
Bart,
that's usually what our pear or our peach tree does.
Bart's in North Carolina, ain't he?
I think so, yeah.
You're more welcome to drive up here, Bart. It wouldn't take you a couple of hours at the most, but...
yeah, and he could have all he wants.
My goodness. I mean, you could get all you ever wanted.
Yeah,
sure.
Goldsboro, maybe 2 hours.
Yeah, it ain't that far.
Yeah. Joey Neal says, hello, Joey and Leno, and everyone else. Hope all is well.
Hey, guys. Joey had a question, because if I don't ask now, I'll forget about it. I have a one-bottom 16-inch plow for a 140. And matter of fact, Moore Farmall, he had the same question. We were talking about it about a week or so ago. What is a telltale sign that you're dealing with a 1-point cub or a 1.140 plow on those plows? I know you see them listed on Facebook Marketplace and places like that. The one Moore's Farmall was looking at, it was painted white. To me, that was a telltale. But this one that Joey's looking at is painted red. And it looks like it's probably a 140 beam. But just looking at those pictures, I can't tell. If somebody paints them both red, I can't tell if it's a cub or a 140. Maybe some of you guys got some ideas.
Allison says, the boys just walked in from the tater field and said, Joey hasn't showed up for digging yet. Still waiting, though.
Well, I'd sit up on that platform and supervise a little bit.
Yeah.
Tell them, put it in that box. Put it in that box.
Yeah, you can work faster.
I'm kind of curious where my potato vines grew over into the corn. I'm curious. I feel like I need to take my potato plow through there just in case, because they were still alive. They were still living, thriving. Weeks after I bush hogged the old potato vine, the original potato vines, the ones that was in the corn was just still thriving. Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering, they may have put out some potatoes in the corn.
We forgot to give Kaylee some yesterday.
Well, she can get them anytime.
She isn't going to get them herself. Well, she don't know where they are or anything.
Yes, she does.
Well, yeah, we had some sweet potatoes last night. Do you know which kind we had?
Have no idea. I had the orange kind.
Yeah. But yeah, I made some last night to go with dinner, or
I got a purple one in the
yeah,
house
it
I need
was
to make.
yesterday. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, my biggest purple one.
Chicken Mama is on.
Hey, Chicken Mama.
Good evening from Maryland.
Maryland.
I was wondering if the International Harvester backdrop behind you is crocheted.
It is. Leno's sister did that for me. We call her Sweet Pea. She made that. I want to say she borrowed the pattern from somebody else, so she don't have the quote-unquote pattern.
You have to purchase the pattern or
Yeah.
something. It was something tricky that she
Yeah.
had to like basically make it herself. You know, she couldn't like just send a pattern to anybody. So I think if you just search it online, she'll probably be able to find.
That's our emergency blanket. If I get out here doing the live and I get to freezing, I'll just reach up and grab it off the wall.
Lathe Man is on.
Lake Man?
Lathe, L-A-T-H-E.
Oh, Lathan.
Yeah, Lathe Man.
Lathe Man.
Yeah, Lathe Man.
Sorry, guys. Leno has to get my spellings right.
Well, he says, hi, Jtwes family. Good to see you again. Yes, you had the pronunciation correct last week. Western Washington in the house.
All right. Wait
So
for
another
Jack-
West Coaster.
Yeah, Jack Graham, he's a Western Washington, I think, too.
Yep. The Cajun Homestead said Hurricane Francine. I don't know if he's talking about the ones we had.
I'm pretty sure ours was Francis.
I don't know.
It was
Started with the F.
Yeah, it's both of them's close enough
Yeah.
to be.
No, I think it was Florence. Hurricane Florence.
We've had a Francis, too.
Yeah. J. Pill says if it wasn't cloudy, it wouldn't be the UK.
That's what I kind of figured, JP. That's why I said that.
And we are glad to have, speaking of J. Pill in the UK, you may not have heard the news, but Princess Kate is done with her chemo treatments and cancer, and
wow.
she's doing good.
That's
so,
good.
So-
Is she showing to be
Clear.
Okay, good.
you know, of course, but the kind she has, I don't know if it was stomach, gastric, bowel, something. It's got a high rate of reoccurrence. So, you know, of course, she'll have to get checked probably the rest of her life,
Yeah.
you know, at a certain interval.
Well, King Charles has got cancer, too, don't he?
I don't know. I don't keep up with King Charles.
I'm pretty sure JP will let me know. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure King Charles has got cancer and is pretty bad off.
Is it?
I don't know that, so, you know, don't. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, okay. T. Hawkins says, good morning, or not good morning, sorry. Good Monday evening, everyone. Hey, T. Hawkins.
Hey, T. Hawkins, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about YouTube. You know, you say something about somebody in the government, like you have to pull your live
Oh,
stream.
yeah, that's right. They might come over here from the UK.
Well, no, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, because J. Pill don't answer any of those
don't
questions.
answer nothing, man. Yeah.
Don't answer any of that.
I don't want them knocking on your door.
Yeah, no. We can Google it still. For right now, we could still Google it here in the U.S.
Yeah.
The W says, I just picked up a 2-bottom fast hitch Super Chief plow.
Ooh, Super Chiefs. That's a nice plow.
This morning he got it.
Super Chief, is it? A lot of people ask me about plows, and I just, for me, a must for me, especially in today's being able to find plow points, 4 bolts, a 4-bolt share, a 4-bolt cutter or a 2-bolt cutter, and a mow bore. If I can't unbolt them things off and replace them, it's, you know, because you can wear some points out pretty quick, and then you're back to trying to find points again if it's one of the older styles. Now, if you're restoring one, that's one thing, but if you're going to use it, it needs to be what I consider to be a modern plow.
Elliot Lindsay says the beam will point slightly down if it's sitting flat.
Okay. Is that a 140 beam will point slightly down, or a cub beam?
I don't know. He doesn't say.
He's probably saying 140 because we're referring to how do you tell a 140. So.
Yeah, Elliot, you'll have to say which one it is. Mark Young says, if I remember right, the one for the cub had cub stamped on the beam at the end of the part number.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This 1904 farm is on.
Hey, 1904 Farm.
Good evening. Just finished up planting the fall garden.
I've which that'd be in the next video, which I had a time doing that. But I got some couple of rows made up for some onions and garlic, and hope to plant them pretty soon. I think I need to order a short day onion. It depends on when I plant these onions, whether it be a short day or a long day. So I got to look at that on the Hoss tool and figure it out.
Elliot says the cub beam will point down. The 140 is a little more straight.
Okay. There you go, Joyce, if you can tell that from the pictures.
Kurt T says soon to be Hurricane Francine is in the Gulf now. So it's a tropical storm, probably pushing hurricane status.
Hurricane strength.
Yeah, William May says we had Fran. And Cajun Homestead had to go, said later, enjoyed the show.
Thank you, Cajun.
And Joey Neal says, thanks everyone for the info on the plow. Paul's on, rail fan.
Hey, Paul.
Says, good evening from Northwest Ohio. Just got parked a few minutes ago.
Northwest Ohio.
Yeah, Ohio.
Paul, are you anywhere close to our route, or is that a little bit further west than we were at?
All I know is...
Because we kind of went Northwest Ohio to get over to Michigan.
I don't even remember what town we were in where we stopped at the Rural King. That was in Ohio, wasn't it?
Uh-huh. It was. I don't remember where to... Had a big business. I don't remember what that business was, do you? The manufacturing business in that big, giant building.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember what it was. Adam Mays is on.
Hey, Adam Mays.
Says, hello from Maryland. I see my wife, Chicken Mama, beat me on here.
Chicken Mama.
52 degrees this morning leaving work. So, yeah, that's chilly.
Now, where's he at, Maryland?
Maryland.
Yeah.
But I think we were actually colder than that. I think last night we got down to 48.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Oh. And we are supposed to tonight, too.
Well, obviously, I'm not going to know because I didn't know there was a hurricane coming up in the Gulf.
Yeah. Well, now it'll be in the 60s, though, low 60s the next, after tomorrow, we should be back in the low 60s.
I noticed the crabgrass ain't growing, and that's always a sign of cold weather coming when that stuff stops. Because it needs hot days and warm nights.
Yeah.
To grow. Much like tobacco.
Jay Pill says, yes, King Charles has got cancer and is being treated. I'm sure I'm allowed to say that. Okay.
Okay, Jay Pill. I just didn't want to be wrong on it.
The W says, on the Super Chief, the mold boards are fine, but I do need to replace the plow points. The only problem is finding them now, LOL.
Well, it ain't, are they four bolts on them? Are they... The plow point, is it one share, is a share, the point and everything, and it's not two pieces. If they are, Brandon's got tons of them.
Paul says, I'm right off I-75. You came right by here.
Oh, okay, cool.
And Pat Doka is on.
Pat Doka, how are you?
Pat says, missed you last week. Glad you had a good trip.
We did. Wonderful trip. And it's always good to see Stan, too. And we're going to try to get back up there next spring and see him some.
Yeah, and Stan won't be on tonight. He had plans with his grandkids tonight.
Yeah, he's out at a shooting club dinner.
Mm-hmm. T. Hawkins says, I'm looking for a plow for my 140 in hopes to attend your plow day. T. Hawkins, if you don't have that plow, you still have to come.
If you don't find it for the plow day, you can bring your tractor and use one of mine.
Mm-hmm. We have some extras.
I got two. I got a 1 point and a 2 point.
Yeah, and I was going to say something about the trip last week too, with Paul. Just that we've seen so many truckers. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Some of those.
Me and Paul's probably already talked about it, but go ahead.
Well, no, I'm talking about the sand pits.
Oh,
well, it's not even a sand pit anymore. It's a runaway truck lane.
Ramp.
Runaway ramp. That's what it is. And when we were going up the mountain and down the mountain on the trip there, it was dark, and the reflectors up that ramp looked like normal road. So I'm like, man, if you were a little tired, you might just keep going on up that ramp, and then by the time you know what you did, it's too late because you couldn't see the ramp. You just seen the reflectors, and it's mountainous already, so the hill wouldn't have been that big of a deal, you know.
And then one of the runaway ramps was at the very, very peak of the top of the hill.
Yeah.
And I told Lino, I said, well, he ain't gonna know his brakes is out
Right.
before he passes that one.
Yeah, I don't know why that one was there.
Yeah, that one's at the top of the hill, and I was like, it just should be down a half a mile.
Kurt T says, I may have missed it, but do you know what year the 300 is?
You didn't miss it, but I looked at serial numbers. Seemed like it was less than. I'm pretty sure it's a 55 model. I'll look again one day. I'm about positive it's 55. Because the 56s or something started with like 26,000. It wasn't that high.
Johnny Edgerton's on.
Hey, Johnny.
Good evening. Thomas is counting down the days to Plow Day.
Oh, I bet he's ready.
We're excited too. We're looking forward to seeing you all.
I bet he's going to be all grown up.
Probably.
He's probably not going to look like the same time.
I know. Because, you know, that's a lot of growing in a year at his age. Jay Pill says, it's funny we always say 2 furrow or 3 furrow plow. Yeah, rows are furrows.
Yeah. No, Jay Pill's right. They call them furrow plows over there. And Jay Pill, a furrow plow here is actually what I use for my potato digger, my professional potato digger, not when I'm messing with a mule plow or the 1-point plow, but when I hook up to that big wing plow, that's actually what IH calls a furrow plow.
Joseph Lott is on.
Hey, Joseph Lott.
Good evening from Ashland, Alabama.
Ashland, Alabama.
Mm-hmm. The W says, I'll have to check out Brandon. Hopefully I'll be off when you have Plow Day and the Super A will be ready.
Yeah, he's got the points. I went over and I got two 14s for my Super Chief and a 16-inch point last year. And it wasn't bad money. I mean, he wasn't way expensive on it.
Welch Farm is on.
Hey, Welch Farm.
Says, evening, late and old.
Late and old.
That's all of us, Welch Farm. We completely sympathize with that. Roger's on.
Hey, Roger.
Says, hey, everyone. Hope y'all are well.
We are. I was just telling Janice I was going to ride up there hopefully soon and see you in my tractor.
I don't know what they're up to.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it.
But it's going to be, it's going to be Kurt because there's Ollie and Brother John over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, these cats are acting so sketch today. Larry Terrell is on.
Hey, Larry Terrell.
Hi from Rockingham County.
They're cringe cats today.
Yes, they really are. They're being complete cringe. Heron Family Farm.
Heron?
Uh-huh. Hello from Kingsport, Tennessee.
Kingsport, yeah, they was on here last week, I believe.
Yeah, because we remember that name.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have, that reminds me of Revival because Phil Kidd will be here. He's from Kingsport.
Yeah. And
we'll have that a week from next Monday.
Yeah.
So we got a couple weeks till that.
Not this next Monday, but the following Monday.
Oh my goodness.
2 Mondays from now.
That's your cat.
Hold on.
Don't.
Hush your mouth. You know better than that. They probably still heard me. Guys, that wasn't too loud, was it? Hopefully not.
But look, he's running now.
Your mic probably picked me up just as much as mine did.
Yeah, I should have covered it. Sorry, people. The joys of lives, these animals.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of cats out here. But, not this coming Monday, but the next Monday. Church starts at what, 7?
Yes.
So we might could have a live by 9, but I'm kind of doubt it because a lot of times, guys, you know how it is on revivals. Especially the first night, it pushes on a little bit.
Yeah,
so,
because you do extra songs and extra opening stuff, and so I would say we're probably not going to have one that Monday, but it's a couple weeks away. We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe we can do a special Saturday live or something after that. No, because then we'll have Monday.
We might be able to do it on that Tuesday. I mean, because you know how it is. Some nights you get out early, some nights you don't. We'll just see.
Yeah.
And I appreciate everybody watching my videos. My goodness, I've had a couple of videos the last couple of weeks here really kind of get up there for me. in my channel. They've really gotten up there in views, and I'm sure I haven't dug into the analytics of it, but I'm sure a lot of it's new viewers. But I do get message that says that your regular viewers are tuning in to this video, and so that would be you guys probably just watching this. So thank y'all, and of course, I'm kind of preaching to the choir right here.
Yeah, these are
Yeah, these folks
our
here,
loyals.
yeah, I guarantee you,
They've been with
yeah.
us since you've had like 100
Yeah, I know.
subscribers.
So,
You
but
know,
it is. I appreciate it, and it is wonderful to see, and hopefully it keeps going like that.
Adam May says Habakkuk 3. Is that how you say that book of the Bible? Habakkuk?
I think so.
3:17 through 18. No matter what, God is faithful. Enjoy you. Thank you, Adam.
Thank you, Adam.
And Allison says we have revival next week, so we won't be here. That's fine, Allison.
Yes, Allison.
We encourage it.
Oh, no,
Encourage
tell you-
everyone to go to revival if
No,
you
tell your
can.
preacher you have to come. You got to leave early.
She'll be like, you remember that bad influence guy we had here, several weeks ago?
A couple weeks ago.
And Allison, actually, when you guys come for Plow Day, and if you go to church with us the next morning, we're having lunch at church because it's old-fashioned day where people bring like their old cars and stuff, and they dress up too some if they want. I normally don't
I might
because
wear some overalls that day. Can I wear overalls?
no, because all my clothes are old.
Can I wear overalls that day?
If you want to, I thought they didn't fit.
Yeah, they don't. Okay. Unless I leave a button off. But I can put a sports jacket on.
No, that's even worse. David White is on.
Does that? He puts a jacket on if he does it.
We'll talk to him.
Say something.
We'll
Say
talk.
something loud
I'll
so
talk
I
to
can-
preacher later. I'll
Yeah, so
I'll
I
talk
can
to
send him
him.
the clip of it.
No, I'll talk to preacher later. David White is on.
Hey, David White.
Greetings from Bells, Tennessee, which is okra capital of the world.
Bells, Tennessee. I don't know. We had a guy on here one night
From Florida.
From Florida that said he raised thousands of acres of okra or something.
And he was like the #1 distributor of okra to I don't know how many different like.
But Bells, Tennessee may be the okra capital. It could. I'm assuming that's going to be Western Tennessee. You let me know if we're assuming correctly or not. Western Tennessee's got a lot of big, around Allison and stuff, they got a lot of big stuff out there.
Well, and it could be like, you know how Mount Olive is the cucumber or pickle capital of the world,
Yeah.
but they don't grow all the cucumbers there.
Well, yeah.
And it could be that place just has so many different ways of making an okra
could be.
that makes them the capital. Lathman says, everybody gives a thumbs up for Jtwes family.
Thank you, thank you.
Allison says we could just live stream at the church and Joey can sing.
We better not do that.
T. Hawkins says, I really hate y'all will let me use your plow for Plow Day, but now my wife heard that and won't let me buy one. Oh, sorry, T. Hawkins.
I'm sorry, there was a rent fee of $200 a
Yeah,
day.
how much is a plow?
$200 a day.
Okay, yeah, make it.
There's a rent fee of $250 to $250.
Yeah, tell her T. Hawkins that rentals, he's going to rent it. Nick Blanton says, looking in both manuals for the 194 plow and the Cub 194 plow, the only difference is the Cub has 20-inch ground to beam clearance, and the 194 plow has the 140 has 21 ground to beam clearance. So it's 20 versus 21.
Well, I feel like it's something about that beam too, because everybody tells me if you put a Super A plow, a Cub plow on a 140, it won't go in dirt, right? So, I feel like it's something about that beam, but the thing was, I didn't know if there was anything that you could be swiping through Facebook Marketplace, see a plow, look at a couple pictures and say, no, that's a Cub plow. And it's really not. You about have to put your hands on that thing and measure the beams and stuff like that. And they all have that little bend in it. There is a bend in it that should be there. It looks like the bend almost looks like it was done on accident, but it should be there. They're on all of them.
Nick Blanton says both of them could be red or white.
Yeah, and that's what the thing is. Joey's seen it on Marketplace, and he just but unfortunately, the best thing to do is you just have to go look at it.
Chet Hodges is on.
Hey, Chet.
Says I finally made it.
Yes, he did. Oh, he's on here right much.
Yeah. Butterfly Farm says, we will be glad to send you some overalls if you need some new ones.
No, I need to.
Just get back to the old ones.
Yeah, I need to just get back to the old ones. That's a nice way of putting it.
Which I've got some of those, not overalls, but some clothes where I'm like, yeah, I could probably
I
use
just
to
need
get back to
the
those.
old ones. Need to get on that fasting deal again. That fasting diet.
I don't like fasting diet because I starve.
Oh,
But
ain't that bad.
I like the low carb diet because I feel like at least I won't be hungry.
I like the low carb diet too, but I can't afford it.
Well, because you want to eat steak on it. I'm
know.
good eating eggs and cheese and pepperoni. You won't eat that stuff.
Yeah.
And I can buy that chicken that's already cooked, like for fajitas or
Now, if
something.
somebody wants to donate a half a cow, I'll go on a low carb.
Yeah, because I could eat grilled chicken salad every day and not get
Yeah.
tired of it, and that's a lot of what I eat when I do low carb. Paul says, I've got a spare plow. I only charge $199.95 per day. Paul's got a deal on
Paul's
it.
got the deal.
Gurney is on.
Hey, Gurney.
Good evening, all. Hit the like button.
Gurney from Greensboro.
And Joey Neal says, thanks, Nick, for the info.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we, what day's plow day again? October 5th.
The 5th.
And Joey, in the last video, Joey pinned the location.
Yeah, I pinned the location in the comments, so that way anybody looking at comments would have to see the location. And then I also put it in the description of the video. And I'll keep doing that every video up until plow day. There'll be a pinned comment with the location and one in the description. So it'll be easy to find.
Yeah, and we're, and I know my usuals may think I'm repeating myself, but, every week I have new people watching it. So, we're going to have hot dogs there, lunch. It's all free. Just come and just hang out. You don't have to bring a tractor or a plow. Just show up, and we'd love to see you.
And I always, to be honest with you guys, I always would, especially for the ones that have been there, Paul will tell you, he's been there. What I'll do is, we see what shows up, is determine whether we plow out and back, or we just plow out and drive back, plow out, drive back. Or if we go in a circle. The plowing out and back would be the circle. But you guys get what I'm saying. You can stretch your field a little bit if you plow out and drive back. And so we just have to wait and see on that deal.
Danny Henley is on.
Benny Henley.
Danny
Henley.
Hey guys, just got on. I was bush hogging.
Yeah, I bush hogged my one roll, Danny. I did some bush hogging, what, Saturday? Yeah, Saturday afternoon. I did quite a bit of plow day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't notice. It wasn't here.
Yeah.
Plus, I was gone, some, and so, yeah.
I was just trying to dress up some of the, when you're coming down the road and, dress it up there. And I need to do a little more on the back side of the field. And I want to move a little dirt around in some of the holes where I mow, because I don't want to have to put sticks up and little flags where the little dips are. Just fill them in. That way everybody's nice and safe and comfortable and have fun.
Chet says, I heard the carnivore diet is good. Don't personally know, though. And carnivore is what? All you eat is meat. Like, you don't even eat salad?
I don't think so.
No cheese? Yeah, I couldn't do carnivore then.
Yeah. It's basically like a eagle.
And I love bread.
Yeah.
Bread is my favorite. So,
you could do bread on the fasting diet.
Well, I could also do it on low carb. I just get the keto bread.
That's nasty.
It's got
bread.
no.
That ain't bread.
It'll do. If you toast it, it's not that bad. You can eat it.
But you're not getting what bread's got in it.
You're getting plenty of fiber, because that's what makes it low carb. Is the fiber cancels out some of the carbs. So, let me have my low carb bread. And as we mentioned, anyone within the same distance, like who can come to Plow Day, some of you guys are more local than others, but we will be having revival. If you all are interested in that, send Joe an email.
Oh, you mean week after next?
Yeah, week
Yeah.
after next. Yeah. I think it starts the 27th. Let me look at my calendar real quick. If I can find
You're
it.
going to miss all the comments.
No, I'm not. Starts the 23rd. It ends the 27th.
Oh.
So, and that's it.
Yeah, and that would be right because another week goes by and then Plow Day.
Yeah, and that's local to us too. So, anybody else who knows, like these Greensboro folks, I mean, that's not too far of a drive.
No, if you just come one night, maybe see Phil Kidd or Barry Spears or something.
Pat Doka says, sure would like to come to Plow Day. It's a long drive from Glendale, Arizona.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. It'd be a pretty drive, though. Like, he has to go through all the mountains, from Arizona. It's pretty for other people. I mean, if you like that sort of thing.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep on digging deeper. Guys, I guess you had been here last week.
Yeah.
Somebody doesn't want to take that West Coast swing that I want to take in that big white truck and come across that Golden Gate Bridge.
No. And, that sounds like that should have been in some sort of marriage contract. I mean, that's a big...
Well, you just said Pat had a beautiful drive.
I know.
Across the mountains.
But that's what I'm saying. Not most, but a lot of people do like that sort of thing. I don't enjoy just sitting and driving and driving and driving. But back to revival. Sorry, I keep trying to say what I was going to say was about Barry Spears with his Hammer Down Ministries.
Yeah.
He's got a wonderful testimony. He actually used to be in a, I don't know, can I say GANG on, like a gang?
It's the HE double hockey sticks biker gang.
Angels.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could say it if YouTube will strike me by promoting some sort of activity.
They know who we're talking about.
Okay, but yeah, he's got a wonderful testimony about being in that gang, and that is a very serious. You don't get out of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say the miracle's getting out of it.
Exactly, with your life and your health, and so it's wonderful. We really enjoy seeing him at revival. Nick said he'll go on the West Coast swing while me and Lino wait at the beach. Right. I'm only interested in driving east.
Yep.
That's, and it made me appreciate, though, where we live. 3 hours to the mountains, 3 hours to the beach.
Yeah.
I mean, we just got it made here. It's just really a good place to live. And sometimes we get snow. Most of the time we don't. So every few years we do get to enjoy a big snow, but.
Well, that's not the worst trip. I totally know when I retired, I would like to take a whole month and drive all the way to Alaska. Go through Canada, down the Alaska road, get into Anchorage, and drive back.
I don't know. I guess I don't have that want because anytime I go somewhere new, it's underwhelming. I'm like, this isn't what I thought it was going to look like, I mean, like
well,
you think.
Well, the good thing is that road in Canada that goes all the way to Alaska, the military built it back in World War II. It's not like a super highway. It's like 119. I mean, it's.
Well, like
but wider.
Like I've been to Florida, and it wasn't what I thought it was going to be, like as far as what you hear about Florida.
That's because you see pictures of like Miami and stuff on TV.
Yeah. But still, you have something in your mind what you think. But everybody is just like here. I mean, like when we went to Stan's and even to Nikki and Allison's, it's like it could be here. Like it looks like the same type of country.
You got to really get off like in Arizona, New Mexico, the west side of Texas before you start really seeing a landscape change.
I think what would really impress me is if I got to go to some of these big cities and see things, because like when I got to see Nashville, I was like, wow, I didn't know Nashville. It's so big and bright and shiny, and so I think if I could like go and see like, what's that in St. Louis, the Arch?
The Arch, yeah.
Like if I could see stuff like that.
Or the Golden Gate Bridge.
Maybe, but I don't know if that's worth it, driving that far just to see that bridge, but I don't know, maybe
I want to
it
go
could be.
by where the presidents are on the mountain there.
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
I really don't care to see the Grand Canyon because I don't want to go anywhere where falling off of land will kill you. I mean, land will kill you, you know. I always wanted to go to Boston.
Oh, it ain't
I don't know why. I've just always had a drive to go to Boston.
No, I'd drive 6 hours around it.
Okay. Chet says, glad your church still has revival.
Yes, Chet.
A lot of churches don't anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't. And I think it's just because sometimes with revival, it's like everybody does get revived, but then you go right back to the way everything was, you know, like the next week. And
Yeah.
the idea of revival is to encourage you to stay true to the Lord all your walk, all your days. And I can tell that since we've been at this church, I do feel more like, wow, I need to be reading my Bible. Wow, I need to be praying. Because, you know, it makes, once you start doing that, if you don't, then when you stop or you miss a day or miss a few days, you feel like I'm just out here winging it. You know, I need to get back to my schedule and my time with him. So
Well, that's why I made that schedule too, because it kind of gives you something to remind you, oh, I got to get back on schedule. This is where I should be.
yeah, and like I teach the Sunday school kids, and I've talked to them about reading their Bible 5 minutes. Like I made them a little checklist Monday through Friday or Monday through Sunday, saying, and they're 3 to 8, so some of them can't read yet. But I said on the paper, you read it or let your parent read it to you for 5 minutes. Because, you know, they don't have attention spans. And some of the Bible is, you know, hard for them to listen to. So we just do the 5 minutes. And so I'm hoping that that goes good for them and that they want to keep doing it. Because kids, they get to check something off every day. It's a big deal to them. Pat Doka says, take a trip to Lake Tahoe and do a tour to San Francisco.
Tahoe and San Francisco. I don't know if I'd want to tour San Francisco. I really just want to drive across that Golden Gate Bridge, turn around and come back. That's the first turnabout and come get. The bridge is so old.
T-Hawk says I'm headed to Boston next month for the IACP conference. Looking forward to it.
IACP.
And Greg,
I've never had clam chowder, so if I ever did wind up in Boston,
yeah, you would love it. You would love it.
We'd have to try it.
Greg Mosier said, I think everyone should see the Grand Canyon in person. It's an amazing example of God's artistic side. And Paul said, Boston has a lot of neat history stuff that can be explored on foot. Wouldn't recommend driving anywhere around it for fun, though. And that's
all jokes aside about Boston. I mean, wasn't it a pretty key player in the nation?
The Boston Tea Party.
Well, I mean, the whole, as far as the nation getting started.
Oh, yeah.
And ground rules and the
Taxation without representation.
Right. I mean, I don't know if they even did the
Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, was it done in Boston or
Maybe
somewhere else?
It wasn't Philadelphia.
Yeah, could have been.
I
Yeah,
thought
may
it
have
was
been
Philadelphia. But
still,
yeah,
it was a big time city to start the country.
Well, and I love history stuff. Like, I went on a class trip to Washington, D.C. with Sam, and I'd never been. And I was like wanting to tell those teachers to leave us alone and let me look at this stuff because it was rush, because we had a very tight schedule. And I'm like, I don't want to go see, you know, the Thomas Jefferson, just the statue. I want to look at this Smithsonian.
She wanted to look at Abe Lincoln's suit.
Yeah, his suit.
That they got in that glass.
Right, I seen The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy's Red Hills.
Yeah.
I mean, and we didn't get to go to the Bible Museum or the Holocaust Museum, and I would wanted to see all of that. We went to Mount Vernon, and we had to do speed Mount Vernon because we had to leave there by a certain time to head home. So I was rushing through there, and Washington's actually buried there. George Washington, yes. And so, you know.
I bet they got a fence around it or a guard there.
I don't know, because it looked like just a tomb. It's in a tomb. It's not in the ground.
Above ground?
Yeah, it's above ground, but it's like in a...
Vault.
Yeah.
A stone vault.
Stone. But it was I just love that kind of stuff. So that's maybe why I think I'd like Boston. Let me find where I was at. Sorry, guys. Janice says, I'd love to go to the Grand Canyon, Texas, and Alaska. And Allison says, Boston is great. Take in the historical sites for sure. And the W says, the boy at work just got saved, and now him and I are doing nightly Bible studies.
Amen.
While we are at work at night. That's wonderful.
That is wonderful, W.
Thank you for being that person for him.
Yeah.
A lot of people will, make a profession to the Lord to be saved and to, live for him. And then they have no support. And it's kind of like planting that little new plant. Those plants are so delicate. Mm-hmm. They need somebody to help nurture
water.
them. Yeah. And so thank you for being that person, the W. J. Peel says, the distances in your country are just unimaginable for us here. We're only 20 minutes from the sea and an hour from some mountains. Yeah, so I'm bragging about 3 hours, and he's like, what?
Yeah, it is amazing, JPL. I think there's a sign in Wilmington, North Carolina on Interstate 40. When you leave Wilmington, it says, what is it, Las Vegas or California? Or just California?
It's
it's somewhere in California.
San Diego, I think.
Yeah. It gives you the miles. It's like 2,000 some miles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and then there's a sign there that says Wilmington. Yeah. And in California, there's a sign that says Wilmington.
Does it say Wilmington, North Carolina?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
William A. says, I always wanted to go to Rush Limbaugh's home, Cape Girardeau. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
What'd you need?
1904 farm, Jtwes field trip to D.C. this fall. No, you know what I wanted? I had asked Joey if he wanted, we always take an anniversary trip. And I had asked him, did you want to go to Washington, D.C.? We can ride the Amtrak there and then take Ubers if we need a car, but most of it, you walk. And, but with things going the way they've been going, I think we were kind of nervous about being somewhere without our own transportation.
That's a big time station too.
And then in D.C., sometimes that's the hub of activity. But that's what I would like to do is so that way we could take 2 full days, take our time, go,
Yeah, but I want to go see that air museum by your daddy.
Yeah, but I also...
It's not in Washington.
I want Sam to go too, and see everything. Yeah, my dad lives kind of close to an air and space museum.
Yeah, it's the one that's got the shuttle in it, and it's not actually in D.C. It's out
Alexandria?
Away from it. It's an air base, somewhere in an air base.
Alexandria, then.
I think it's the same air base that Air Force One takes off in. I think, maybe. I may be wrong on that.
Yeah, because he took the boys there.
What do you mean, boy?
Janice says, God works in mysterious ways. I think God brought me back out here. And Greg says, it's Barstow, California. Barstow. It's not San Diego.
Oh. Is that the 2,000 miles deal?
Yeah, somebody look up how many 1,000 miles that is, so I don't have to worry about shutting off my live on accident.
Well, no, I know it's Wilmington. It's 2,000 some miles. I've seen the sign.
Paul says if you're going to Boston, you need to leave some time to drive into Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire. Some of the best scenery on the East Coast. I did like the thought of Maine too, living in Maine. But then I found out how much snow they get, and I was like, oh no, I don't want to live there.
I think it's New Hampshire is what I believe Trump's carrying New Hampshire.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
Yeah. He don't have a lot of electoral votes, but he's carrying one part of it.
I thought New England was all not Trump land.
It's the one way up there. He's carrying it. I'm pretty sure it's New Hampshire.
Greg says Interstate 40 goes from Wilmington to North Carolina to Barstow, California. So, yeah. Barstow. That's right. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with the cats today.
Yes, they're all...
And we've got another stray cat showed up. He's got a messed up back leg, which it's not like
He's got a messed up back.
It looks like it's healed because he gets around just fine, and he obviously has lived with this.
He got hit by a car somewhere along the line.
It had to have been when he was a kitten or something because he's fine. It's not broken. It's like it healed back, messed up. But anyways, of course, the stray cat capital of the world is here.
Now she can just have a little Ratchie show up, be about 2 years old.
I know.
She'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, we got so many cats now. I'm like, man, I'm glad I'm married. You know, I don't want to be somebody's stereotype cat lady. But, you know, they all don't go in the house, of course.
Yeah, no. There's 2 of them outside only.
Yeah, our 2 orange cats, they're indoor, outdoor, and then Prissy is indoor exclusive because she's grown up that way. Kurt T says 2,480 miles.
2,480. That'd be about 4 tanks of gas for me.
Pat says the mileage sign in San Diego is in Spanish.
Oh, wow. That's neat.
Allison said we visited Boston, Martha's Vineyard, and Cape Cod. So pretty, very different than Northwest Tennessee for sure.
Cape Cod, that's where all them rich politicians got them houses.
She says, but the liberalism is real there too. So a few days was enough for me.
Yeah, I bet it is.
And that's how I feel too. Like I love the thing, and then I meet the people. Like if I go somewhere kind of, and then I'm like, ugh. You know, like
if I went there, I'd have to wear a cowboy hat, some cowboy boots.
Like if I went to like the Raleigh Farmers Market, you know, like I would love the selection or like so much stuff there, but then the people are like, oh man. Laura says, I love Brother John. I claim him. She's the one who's bringing him those little soft foods. Yeah. Okay. And he's sweet. I don't know how people could be mean to such a defenseless. He's so sweet. And
wait a minute, don't be too harsh now.
Because he's good and he's sweet. Oh yeah, Timbo. This is Big Don gonna dominate the stage tomorrow night. Let's not start bragging though.
Yes,
I've been praying, Lord, please keep him.
I would like for him to just be courteous,
respectful. Don't give them any ammunition to use against you as a woman hater or whatever.
And yeah, I don't care how nasty they get with him. Just take the high road and answer questions the best you can, and because it's gonna be, obviously, I'd say one of them's already got the questions already. So he's already behind the 8 ball there. He don't need to make it worse.
Yeah.
Which, what can they ask him if they ain't already asked him? They've asked that man every blooming question on the planet.
But that's good for him, though, because this will prepare him for tomorrow. There's nothing they can ask him or say to him that he hasn't already heard.
Jeez Louise. Now, there's a lot of questions that haven't got asked on the other side.
The other one, on the contrary, is you got somebody taking acting lessons, basically. So how fake is that? Y'all don't need to... Timbo, why you got to get me started?
It's funny, though. I bet you it's hard for them to come up with the questions for the candidate because they got to come up with questions. Here's their frame of mind. We got to come up with a question that will hurt him but help her. Now, how are we going to do that?
Right, it's the opposite world.
Yeah, I know, but they can't come up with real meat questions because it'll hurt her.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what they're going to ask them.
I don't either.
What's your favorite color?
Oh, yeah. Like Biden, what's his favorite ice cream?
Yeah.
Paul says, Maine is one of my favorite states. The mountains literally drop into the ocean up there. Can't get much closer to both.
No.
See, and that's what I'm talking about, where the land kills you. That's why I don't want to be around places like that.
Yeah, but their beaches is pretty rocky up there.
I know, that's what I mean. You fall off the mountain into the rocky coast. It's awful. But I'm sure it's pretty to look at.
Yeah.
Adam May says, sign in Ocean City, Maryland has mileage to Sacramento, California.
Oh, wow.
3,073 miles.
Man, JPL, 3,000 miles on that trip.
Yeah, from coast to coast, JPL. And I know, I seen a British man.
JPL would probably hate it to drive across Texas.
That's what I was about to say. I seen a British man talking about Texas, you drive 13 hours and you're still in the same state. He was like blown away, but it was so cute because of his British accent and all.
I like if you went from the bottom of Texas to the top. I bet you that's a pretty good little trip.
Yeah. I think it's like a day.
Elon Musk better put a log chain around his rockets, because if that hurricane comes up through there, Louisiana.
Oh, that's right. He's in Texas now.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of close to Louisiana where he's at. Boca Chica.
Boca Chica.
Boca Chica is where he's at.
Yeah, who else moved to Texas? Was it a car dealer? A car manufacturer?
Yeah, he moved his headquarters.
Right, well, that's what
The
somebody else
manufacturers
did.
may still be in California and things like that, but tax purposes, he moved the headquarters to Texas.
Yeah, some other big corporation I heard was moving to Texas,
He moved
too.
Tesla, SpaceX, X.
Well, Texas better be like, look, don't bring your junk here. You're welcome
There was
here.
somewhere up
but
north where they all would put their headquarters because of taxes, but they done went crazy with it, so they moved them to Texas.
Paul says the lobster here is hard to beat. You won't see the letter R anywhere up here. Yeah.
Yeah, Ellie got a lobster somewhere the other day, lobster tail.
Somebody had a picture of pants, which are called khakis, right? Tan pants.
Tan pants.
Says a picture of in Boston, tan pants equals, and they had a picture of car keys. Khakis. Give me my car keys. Because Paul's right, they don't have R's. Give me my car keys.
Ain't the Kennedys from Boston? Or Massachusetts? They're from Massachusetts.
What is it? Not Martha's
Well,
Vineyard.
Boston is city in Massachusetts, right?
Something.
Am I saying that right?
Hannisport or something like that.
But ain't Boston an actual city?
Yeah, it's in Massachusetts. Yeah.
That's like your New England thing. There is no New England.
Yeah.
But everybody thinks it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I had it at work. Did I tell this story
Yeah,
on
you
live?
told it.
Okay, yeah, it's so funny.
That's why I said it's your New England thing.
Okay. I loved it though. It was just so funny. Because we had such a good laugh over that. But anyways, it's about 8:56. I think we've talked enough gibberish tonight.
Yeah, I guess we have.
You know.
I got a video coming out this week sometimes, and hopefully this weekend, and I guess we'll have to do something tomorrow. I just got a little lazy day because I've been recording pretty much
every day
since I got back from Michigan at Stan's, and so I could have probably had piddles with some stuff today, but it ain't nothing I couldn't put off till tomorrow. So anyway,
why do today what you can put off to tomorrow?
Well, we're not guaranteed tomorrow, so I guess I should have done it today.
No, that's why you should put it off. You won't have to do it
real quick, and I'll give it back to you after the.
Open up what app?
Your Bible app.
Oh, okay.
And you can read the comment after I get done.
Okay. Hold on.
Come on, you're under pressure. Get it
I know.
open.
I can't. Don't look at me while I do it, and
open.
I'll find it because I have too many apps. And Joey's are all in a folder and put together and stuff. Because he gets mad about how many apps I have open in the background and that they're just all over. And he's got folders of like all of the stores, like Dollar General, Food Lion.
Is this King James?
Yes.
Don't look like it.
It is.
Okay. All right, tonight's, which I've been letting, it's trying to make me, I'm trying to get the ad thing down, Punky. See, it won't go down.
Let me see.
Hold on, show regular ads. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Verse of the night is from Psalms 97, verse 10. Let those who love the Lord hate evil. The one who guards the lives of his godly ones will rescue them from the power of wicked people.
That's perfect.
Amen.
That's perfect for this week, what's coming up. Perfect.
You know where you were at, so.
Yeah, I was just saying, Pat was saying Grand Canyon is worth seeing one time. Bart says from what they say, the upper tip of Florida from Ocean to Alabama is like 8 hours or more.
Oh, wow.
But it sure doesn't look like it would be that far. Oh, Farm Boy 59. Hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Just got out of revival. Brian, you'll have to go back and watch from the beginning because we talked about our revival too. So I'm glad that you got to go. or that you
What time
chose
is
to
it?
go,
Yeah,
I should say.
They probably started at 7 o'clock too, so this is probably about what time we expect to
Right,
get home.
yeah. So, Brian, I'm glad you went to Revival because we'll be going not
Yeah.
next week, but the next. And Gurney says, question for Kamala. What is your favorite color? Question for Trump. What are you going to do to stop the war in Ukraine and the deficit in Austria?
Yeah,
That's about right.
About right. Now, and you know, guys, I don't say a lot about it on my channel because I really truly feel like the folks who watch my channel, they already know. I mean, I ain't got to tell them; they know. So that's why I don't.
Yeah, you've got a
get into a
certain
lot of it.
genre that, hardworking
Well,
people
no, they
who.
already know the deal with the whole media industry.
Right,
They
yeah,
already know
they're
the
not
deal.
fooled. Yeah, we know what's really going on.
Yeah, they know what's going on. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't have to sit there and preach to them, tell them, well, this is what's
Right,
happening.
we don't have to
They know why gas goes up,
persuade them.
and they know why gas goes down this time of year. I ain't got to tell them.
Right, yeah.
I seen it drop 50 cents not too long ago somewhere. It was $2.85, and it was like $3.30 last week.
And also COVID's going around really bad right now.
Oh, of course it is.
A lot of hospitalizations. But no, listen, they're not talking any no masks, no shutdowns because of what time it is.
Oh.
But it's up. The cases are up right now.
Well, I think last fall it kind of got up too. I mean, it's.
I know, but last fall they were talking about, oh, we need to go back to masks.
Oh.
And now there's nothing because they know they're not going to keep poking this bear,
Yeah. Well, I pray for the people to get it.
Oh, yeah. And luckily now, though, I think with the strains being what they are and everybody's gotten so immune to a lot of stuff, that there may be some hospitalizations, but there's nowhere near as many deaths of the elderly. So, And Bart says, hit the thumbs up, y'all.
Thank you, Bart.
Thank you, Bart. But
You going to shut us off?
I am.
All right, guys. I will see you on a video soon. God bless you. God loves you. We'll see you. I'm thirsty, Lena.
Okay.